With her back against the wall, Wendy decided to do some digging.
We had gone in and we had obtained some public records from the Ethics Commission. I came to find out, and it is reflected in public documents, that the amicus attorney in our case has relationships with the judge in our case, and she has worked very closely with my ex-husband's attorneys in previous cases. And in fact, my ex-husband's attorneys represented the amicus attorney in a case.
Wendy kept digging.
We found that the amicus attorney in our case was a large campaign contributor to the judge in our case, and the attorneys representing my ex-husband were also large campaign contributors to the judge in our case.
This seems kind of unbelievable to me, but the judge is hearing a case where one of the parties, their attorneys, is a very large campaign contributor.
Sounds like a conflict of interest, doesn't it?
And that wasn't all she found.
If you pull the records from the Texas Ethics Commission, you'll find oftentimes that the attorneys who make the largest contributions to the judges tend to win most of their cases.
Because of all this, Wendy requested a new judge in an effort to get a fair trial. The courts responded by asking another judge to rule on whether there was a conflict of interest regarding the campaign contributions. The other judge heard the case and denied Wendy's request, but made a very interesting speech.
And the judge said, "This thing about contributions is as uncomfortable for a judge as any topic you can get on. That's because you folks that are non-lawyers don't contribute to judicial campaigns, and the only way that a judge can run for re-election is to raise money for all those things that cost to get your name before the public. And you know who has the most interest in seeing that done? The lawyers."
And if we read on, he says the lawyers only contribute to good judges. So what does it mean to be a good judge in the eyes of a lawyer? Perhaps it means seeing things their way. Some lawyers even boast that they can control the outcome of a case.
They have it now where $300,000 to $400,000 will guarantee the outcome.
Amazingly, these same judges are also the ones who approve the bills of all the court professionals who work on your case.
We talk about who are the most ferocious or feared collectors, and often you hear things like the IRS, right? On that list, near the top of the list of the most fearsome would be the courts. And the reason is they have a lot of extra legal tools.
There's very few businesses in America where you can sit back and a judge sends you the business and a judge collects your money for you. And that money gets to you for sure. And the beauty of this is all they got to do is get in good with the judges.
And campaign contributions are just one of many incentives that are used to influence judges.
They have a family law section of the Los Angeles County Bar that's very active, that puts on programs. Some judges will sit on that executive committee from time to time. Judges will be in all the programs that they present. You work together with them on panels, on presentations. So there's a lot of contact and communication, and you see these same lawyers all the time.
The law firms have created conferences, all expense-paid trips, and even awards that they give to the judges. And these activities are often sponsored by the same lawyers who present cases to these judges.
I love my lawyers, and I'm very, very happy to say that I was awarded by both the plaintiff's bar when they had their annual convention, expenses paid, and I was awarded by the defense bar. Boy, their trip was to Spain. That was, and we had two judges along there. I just was very close with the vast majority of my lawyers, and it was no conflict whatsoever.